In Setanta Sports this weekend was the Saturday lunchtime kick-off at Tynecastle between Hearts and Rangers. 2 years had passed since Hearts last beat their Glasgow rivals, and Rangers had lost just 3 goals in 9 competitive games so far this season. Hearts decided not to use Solius Michaelounis after his dive for a penalty against Scotland last week. The official line was a hamstring injury. Michael Stewart has made an impressive start to his second spell at Hearts, and Steve Banks has slotted in comfortably since Craig Gordon's departure. Walter Smith decided to start Barry Ferguson on the bench and leave Lee McCulloch out altogether, but Stephen Naismith kept on the bench and Andy Fye making his debut in midfield. Kuzan and Boyd starting this time with Beasley wide left. No rest for the veteran Davy Weir though, despite his Scotland exertions. The commentary from Jim Proudfoot with Scott Booth.
Judgment by Whittaker. Nade with a nice turn, and another one, and another one. Couldn't quite beat 4 players up. Kisanevicius, good strike, good save.
Well, that's it, good high-tempo football from Hearts. And when they get around about the box, they have to have an end product, and this time, Kisanevicius, it's a good strike and a very good save.
Here is Kisanevicius. Cuéllar, only as far as Andy Driver. What a good strike that is! Hearts lead. A magnificent goal from Andy Driver. Beautifully taken, hit with precision. Hearts 1, Rangers 0.
I can't believe it, for once I've called it. The ball goes in at Kisanevicius. Driver does come in off the left-hand side, but what a strike!
McGregor, pressurised by Tal, gets it away, helped away by Fye. Zaliukas, Tal, 2-0. And the 100% record in serious danger now. Also, the unbeaten record. A looping shot from Tal, doubles Hearts lead.
Well, this really is developing into the first real test for Rangers this season. Tal, it's opportune. He toe pokes in.
Head towards Kuzan. Dangerous long throw. Whittaker couldn't get there. Papac for Ferguson. Penalty. Challenged by Robbie Neilson, and Barry Ferguson wins the penalty 2 minutes after coming on. Daniel Kuzan to pull one back for Rangers, which he does. Only scored 4 goals last season. He's already got 4 this season for Rangers. The deficit halved in the very early knockings of the second half. Stewart. Kisanevicius arriving, didn't get hold of it. A scub shot almost deceived McGregor, but had he hit that cleanly, it could have been 3-1. Here's Zaliukas. Kingston. Just too high for Nade. Ivaskevicius. Penalty. Foul by Hutton. And Hearts have their turn from the spot now. And Hearts restore their 2-goal cushion. They lead Rangers by 3 goals to 1.
Well, it was high pressure, but it was absolutely clinical.
Zaliukas. Nade. Ivaskevicius. There's the brilliant squeeze it under McGregor. Hearts are in dreamland.
Ivaskevicius got so much to do, but look how quickly he does it. It's a quick instep inside Hutton. It just sets him up for a strike, and because he takes it so quickly, it makes it difficult for McGregor.
Ferguson Wide by Kingston. No handball against Thompson. Dashville. Beasley. That's one back.
Well, you should see Steve Banks berating Kingston for not getting back in, not tucking in, and that isolates Nielsen. And that's a great finish from Beasley.
Strips ball over the top, catches Elliott offside, and McGregor. Well, did Elliott run into him? Did McGregor kick out at him? Mike McCurry has a decision to make.
I don't think goalkeepers should get away with this. They do it time and time again. They come out with a straight leg like that. That's a terrible challenge anywhere else on the park, and that's a yellow card at least.
Going from each game to the next, picking up 3 points and victories, it's like a snowball effect, just like previously when we weren't getting the results. Things can be looked a lot worse than they actually are, and now we've got to try and build on the confidence that we've got and move forward together as a team.
Team has started the season so well. It's not the ideal preparation for the game against Stuttgart on Wednesday.
I don't think that's something that's a problem to us. It's not ideal in terms of our hopes of challenging in the championship this year. That's more important than anything else. I'm sure Wednesday's game will look after itself.
I'm sure it will. Colin Henry and Mark McGee here on the full SPL. And Colin, I suppose it's the society we live in that the Sunday newspapers concentrate on Rangers' deficiencies as opposed to Hearts playing particularly well.
Yeah, and they've had such a great start to the season, Rangers, They will talk about how things have gone wrong on the day. There's a lot of changes been made to the team, obviously, with a view to Wednesday and the game just previously with the national side. But we said right at the beginning of the season, Jim, that Rangers and Celtic will lose games, and that was a hard one for them yesterday to take.
Mark, you had a close-up look at Hearts just a couple of weeks ago, and you must have been impressed with them both then and again on Saturday.
I think that they've used all the sort of furore that's going on around them really, really well to kind of, give this siege mentality, and they've fed on that. And I think that Rangers, on the back of, as Colin says, a national programme and the game coming on Wednesday, have just simply met Hearts at the wrong time. They've taken full advantage of it.
Were you surprised he left Ferguson on the bench, left McCulloch out completely, Walter Smith?
Well, he's gone with the more responsible side and playing Davy Weir in there and Hutton as well. The lads might have had knocks. Barry obviously played the one at the two internationals, and McCulloch might have had a knock. But that's all to do with rotating the squad and having one eye, of course, on Wednesday night.
Sure.
But as Walter said in the interview as well, the most important thing about yesterday was winning yesterday, and that's where the disappointment will be.
Let's have a look at the two first-half goals for Hearts, which gave them that fantastic lead, and one which they refused to relinquish as the game went on. And Andy Driver scoring here, Mark, just the slightest of deflections.
The slight deflection maybe is the thing that just keeps it inside the post, but we'll give him the benefit of doubt and think it probably was going in anyway. It was a tremendous strike. You can't strike the ball much better than that. Coming in off that left-hand side, he drills it, doesn't look at the keeper, just picks his spot. A fantastic goal.
The second goal, Colin, Ibrahim Tal is trying to put it over, but again, he just gets a little bit of help from Carlos Cuellar.
Yeah, I mean, Big Queller's come out, tried to close it down, and he's not got there in time, and it's deflected off him, and that's what's actually the loop that's taken it over Alan McGregor. And it's a bit fortunate, but at the same time, that's what he tried to do.
Hearts were always going to be difficult to beat on their own patch with a 2-0 advantage, but Rangers did, of course, make a change at half-time with Barry Ferguson coming on, and Ferguson immediately winning a penalty for Rangers. We can have a look at that now. It's Robbie Nielsen on Barry Ferguson, Colin, and again, I don't think there's any doubt at all.
Stonewaller, it was never in doubt that it was a penalty kick, and it was dispatched quite well.
In fact, what we're seeing there is the challenge of Alan McGregor on young Elliott. Now, Colin, you must have seen that many times over the years, so what did you make of it?
Well, it's an unwritten law or rule in football, really, that goalkeepers come out with a straight leg, and generally the centre forward or the attacking player will pull out right away. Maybe a little bit of naivety on Callum Elliott's part, but in saying that, the goalkeepers do these things. I don't know if he'd heard the whistle for the offside, but I'd rather step aside and let the goalkeeper control the situation rather than get involved myself. But it was a nasty collision.
Mark, what did you make of that?
I think both of them really, it wasn't necessary. I think the goalkeeper doesn't have to, turn and jump the way he did. But the lad himself must have heard the whistle. We could hear it well in advance of the two players coming together. So there's no need for him to carry on in there either. So they're both at fault a little bit.
Guys, for the moment, thanks very much. So with that match kicking off early, Celtic knew they could go